We can all be impatient. We have to learn how to build patience. If we can build patience, we can waste less, we can stress less, we can save more, and we can build wealth faster. I'm Timothy, a Christian financial coach. My mission is to help young Christians become wise with money so they build a life of wealth and purpose. So let's figure out how to build patience. What is it according to the Bible? How does it apply to our finances? So let's get into the video. Now let's read James 1 verses 2 through 4. I actually have quite a few verses here that we're going to go through. I'm really excited for this part because I'm honestly learning here right next to you. James 1 verses 2 through 4, it reminds us that testing produces endurance. I find endurance to be a theme alongside patience. That endurance matures our faith and our stewardship. So let me just go ahead and read it. James 2 verse 4, starting with 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that testing of your faith produces patience. There's the word. But let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing. I love this because if anybody knows me, two things that I'm big on is wisdom and freedom. In the very next verse, I'm not going to read it, but it says, if any of you lack wisdom, ask God who gives abundantly. Now, patience testing produces perseverance and it produces maturity. Let patience have its perfect work, meaning I'm not exactly sure what that means, to be honest. The word is so rich and so full, but I know this much. We need patience. I know that much. So, like I said, I'm here learning right beside you. Now, here's the next verse, Proverbs. I love Proverbs. Proverbs is the book of wisdom, and Proverbs says a little bit about patience in a way. Proverbs 21 verse 5 says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty, but those of everyone who is hasty, hasty meaning impatient, surely to poverty. Those who are in a rush, those who are impatient, those who are like, I'm going to make $1,000 tonight, even though I've never done it, or whatever. I know that used to be me, the whole getting into these schemes of, oh, you can make $500 in 15 minutes if you just do this, this, and this, and then it's like, it never works. Now it's up falling for it. But the plans of the diligent lead surely to plenty. And no, it didn't necessarily say that you were going to have to wait a long time. I'm very grateful for that. You probably are, but those who are hasty will be poor. They will be led to poverty. Now, next one, this is the last one. So I know I gave you a lot of verses, and it's just because I wanted to get different perspectives within the Bible about patience here. This is Hebrews 10, verse 36. This is where I was talking about endurance. It says, for you have need of endurance, so that after you have done the will of God, you may receive the promise. We have to endure God's will. Paul talks about like running this race with endurance, this race of life. And here he says that, we need endurance, we need patience, we need long suffering for the times that things are difficult, and they're going to continue to be difficult for a long time. So that after you have done the will of God, you may receive the promise. So endurance is key. Endurance is right alongside patience. I would even replace that word with patience because it is proven that the fruit of the Spirit is the core. That's the foundation. Endurance is just a label over patience. So God uses delays, limitations, and seasons, I like to think trials by fire, of waiting to form character, to form holiness in us. Not that we'll ever be perfect while we're here, but we can be more like Him, that can steward greater resources and responsibilities. He builds us up also we can do more and we can do greater things for Him. It feels weird saying that because we don't need to, but He invites us to. That's the truth. He invites us to do that. That's why you see, yes, you can be wealthy, you can be rich, you can do all these great things, and you can do it for the glory of God. He will actually bless you along the way. So, I hope my life is evident of that. Moving on. The core idea behind this is patience is a wealth building lever because it cultivates discipline in savings, investings, and the many other ways that we have to handle money. Because I would think of it this way: patience helps you become a wise manager with money. Here are the 4 pillars. 4 practical ways patience pays off in money: slow decisions and compound patience themes or big ideas that we can go about. So here's number one: slow decisions, better outcomes. There's a saying that fast is slow and slow is fast. That is a rather somewhat common saying when it comes to the average millionaire, from what I know. And that fast is slow and slow is fast. I even know some great people who would hustle, 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 and they realize what gives the least amount of short-term benefits gives the most amount of long-term benefits. Here's slow decisions, better outcomes. And here's kind of I'm going to go about this by explaining the habit behind that rule, and I'll explain why it matters. Here's the habit. Implement a 24-hour rule for purchases above a set threshold. I know some good people who would simply just call it the power of sleeping on it. Some examples for that threshold would be, I would love to give you a dollar amount, but I really can't. It's really based off of your income, and it's based off of how much you are personally okay with spending at a time. I remember, honestly, just the other day, my wife called me. She works at this little coffee shop, and she called me and she asked me if it was okay for her to buy something there. And my only response was, is it in the budget? But the point was, she felt uncomfortable about spending that money without some sort of permission. That's kind of like the idea of slower decisions, better outcomes. I've had quite a handful of times she's done that. I said, is it in the budget? It was not in the budget. And so that created resistance from overspending on stuff that we don't need to spend. You need to do the same thing. You might have just spent $100 on something. You might have just spent $1,000 on something that you may regret. And simply just putting some time between that drive to buy and the actual spend can eliminate a lot of the unnecessary motivation and can bring back our logic into it. A saying that I started doing is, everybody wants the shiny new car, but nobody wants the payments. Putting that time in allows us to see what the payment is compared to the shiny new car. So for those who are thinking, I'm going to get a shiny new car this weekend, I hope you're sitting on it. Sit on it. Now here's the third rule, which is called compound patience. And this kind of relates to savings and investing. And here's the habit for you. Automate at least one small reoccurring transfer into a investment account, a retirement account, into a savings account. This is powerful, one, because it's easier. The power of easy. It's easier to invest into your future. You don't notice it, even if it's $50 a month, you don't notice it. And so if you start it now, if you do it now, patience of simply jumping into the market as soon as you can is better than timing the market for maximum efficiency. The best efficiency you can get is simply starting today. Of course, not everybody's ready to invest. You need to get into a position where you can be ready to invest, which shameless plug-in, I can help you with that. Just hire me as a coach. I might leave a link in the description or something. I don't know. But yeah, simply time in the market beats timing the market. Patience multiplies this modest, consistent actions, and it'll turn it into real wealth. Simply just being in there longer will give you more ability to build real wealth. So just simply be in there and wait. I know stocks go up, stocks go down. You want to move money around, let it sit in there. It's flowing, it's multiplying. Just let it sit. And if you get like that, just sleep on it. Go back to rule one. It all really, this whole patience thing all really comes down to this. Fast is slow, and slow is fast. If you build it quickly, you'll have to restart. You'll have to go back and fix your mistakes. If you build slowly, carefully, build on a foundation, which here is patience, it will be much faster in the long run, even though it feels slow now. Hey guys, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please subscribe for more biblical money wisdom. Like it if you liked it, and comment on something that stood out to you. My name is Timothy Smith. I'm a financial coach. My mission is to help young Christians become wise with money, so y'all gain wealth and purpose, a life of wealth and purpose. Also, please go to my bio page and check out the Freedom Finders newsletter, my newsletter, weekly tips on biblical wisdom, on how to handle money and all that stuff. And it gives you further insights into what I'm doing as a coach. So go check that out. Lastly, if you want to see what financial coaching is, what it does, what I do, you can go to that same page and there's a link that says Introduction Call to Coaching. You can schedule a call with me. It's only about 15 minutes. And you can see how I can help you personally great results with your wealth, with your purpose in life. So If that's what you want, go check that out. I'd be happy to help you. And I'll see y'all in the next video.